This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Koudelka. In the last episode, we went through the church and the vestry, fought the creatures, got the powerful weapon, the life drinker, fought some enemies, took a while on the boss, even though I probably could have beaten him in like a handful of turns. But still, now we need to get through the door. But unfortunately, the door is locked. We need something to get past it. Though Patrick, being what's the word? Being a scientist himself, or whatever you want to call it, as a way of getting past this door. Unfortunately, that means going all the way back to the... I don't think they're called the dungeons. I always forgotten like what the names of all the areas are. But we have to go basically back to get the acid. Anyway, just fought a inverse there. But yeah, we're going to have to go all the way back to the... place where you remember where the acid vial was, the thing we checked like a long time ago, and like nothing like came about it or whatever. Like it just said, hey, there's some acid here. Yeah, we gotta go back. So hopefully you all remember from so many hours ago that that's what we need to do. So I mean, technically I could probably just skip to it, but we are actually, the disc 4 isn't as long because there's quite a few like cutscenes and stuff like that in it, mainly pertaining to the finale. Pertains to the finale, so it's not as long. We're almost at the point of no return, not too far off from now, maybe within the next episode or so. Yeah, the game's almost over. It's not that, I mean, okay, yeah, technically I've taken about 20 hours, but technically you could beat this probably in under 10. Well, let's see. To get the like one of the next to last hidden items, you need to play the game within 11 hours. So yeah, you could probably beat this within 11 hours, if not quicker, if you skip all the cutscenes and everything like that. You do still have to do like a little bit of level grinding for the purposes of being able to actually combat certain things without getting straight up murdered. But yeah, that shouldn't take too long. I probably should have been trying to do that like over the course of the game, trying to... Oh yeah, it said something about going down the chute or whatever. Sorry, I'll try to reread that next time. Yeah, that's just the secret way back to here. See, it actually didn't take us that long to get back to the acid. When you think about this, yeah, the game isn't that big or long. That's what she said. Looks like Vigna and Vauldemare are dead again. Yeah, I thought I'd just show off that. I think you could probably check that again at one point, but since I had to go back this way anyway, and for you folks, it probably won't really take that long for me to go through all this, just because I'm skipping any combat and other such things. And of course, going back here will give you a good time to try and... it's a tank filled with acid. Do you want to take some acid from the tank? Yes, I do. Yay, we got acid. A bottle of acid. Let's see if there's a description. How the description on that is. Bottle of acid. Glass bottle containing acid taken from the underground storage tank. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how you get back here. So I'll cut to back at the door. So see y'all in a second. Alright, we're back. If you go to the laboratory, text pops up. James has decided to remain in the laboratory in order to mix the nitroglycerin, because it can't just take a second. Has to... Actually, I've never actually mixed nitroglycerin. Don't know how long it actually takes. Actually, I don't have an issue with that. It's actually, like in most games, it'll take like a second. This time, it'll actually take like a moment. So, all right, let's wait while he does that. I wonder if we'll have enough time to have a banter or a moment between a couple of characters. Nah, we're past that point, right?
I'm going to begin my work. Can you two wait for me here?
And then, what happened to the girl Melanie?
She was gone the next morning. She left with practically everything in the room.
You don't have much luck with women, do you?
Well, you know what they say. The cleanest breakup is when a woman runs out on you.
What else is her statement? Oh, but you're lucky. I mean, to have so many people to kid around with. For me, I'm all alone. I've been all alone all my life.
What about your childhood?
Yes, I did have a childhood. I was born in a small town in Wales, right off the banks of the Taliesin River. It was a small gypsy town.
Gypsy?
That's right, gypsy. And we didn't call ourselves gypsy. We called ourselves Rom. See, a true gypsy is born under the blue sky and is destined to die under the same blue sky. It's gypsy law.
So then I guess you plan on dying underneath the blue skies?
Every gypsy is given a name at birth. My given name was Slato.
Slato? Mm-hmm. It's got a strange resonance to that name. What does it mean?
I can't tell you.
That too must be part of the law?
The law it is.
You know, ever since I met you, enigmatic, mysterious glint in your eyes. Man, it must be the gypsy in you. A glance, my soul-searching eye can raise with hope, depress with fear.
Byron again?
Yeah.
You must really like him, don't you?
Yes. Somehow I feel as though we're birds of a feather.
Then he must be self-obsessed as well.
I'd rather be classified as a romantic. My father was a strict man and couldn't forgive his son for failing academically. He blamed my failure on the time I wasted inventing adventures, dreaming of a utopian landscape. I was brought up to believe that dreams, the power of the imagination, as well as all the things I loved as a child, were useless, a complete waste of time. It was as if he was telling me I was useless. And then again, it may be just that. I think I was probably born too late. By the time I was 15, everything there was to be done had already been done. The Western territories were colonized. The jungles had been explored. There was no wilderness for me to wander into. No jungles for me to cut my way through. I guess that's how I ended up roaming the country. Well, granted, I picked a few fights along the way, played with fire, gambled on my life a few times. But none of that comes close to the truth I'm searching for. I yearn for something far greater. I can't explain myself, but it's as though I'm on a quest for some intangible treasure of sorts. Koudelka, I envy you. You have psychic powers that few are blessed with. Being born a gypsy, you can choose to live how you wish.
And who gave you the right to act as if you figured me out? Do you have any idea how I was raised? You make me laugh. Adventures. Please, you haven't the slightest clue. Do you have any idea how much pain my psychic powers have brought me? My father died when I was only a child. I predicted the exact time, place, and ending of my father's life. Imagine that, predicting your own father's death. You know, I was cursed as a child, being given powers not meant for a child. And my mother, oh, she was so frightened and so full of hatred for me. She tried to kill me with her very hands. The gypsy elders got together and decided to excommunicate me. I was only 9 then. Do you have any idea how a 9-year-old child survives without the help of a living soul? Treasures, you must be joking. Have you ever cried and begged for your next meal? Did you ever sell your body, seeking shelter from the frigid night air? I used to be just like Charlotte. When she cried and said, "No one has ever loved me." Oh, her words cut straight through me. It was me she was talking about. Just like her, I wish that everybody would die and harbored a hatred for all mankind. But you see, Charlotte has made her peace and gone to heaven. Me, I'm still alive and still all alone. No one has ever lent a helping hand. No one.
Koudelka, you?
I am not as free as you make me out to be. I am a poor, dirty, ignorant woman who threw her gypsy pride to the dogs in order to live. But you see, even someone like me can do good. Because with my powers, I can help ease the pain of others. That's when I feel good about living. I don't need to be loved. I just want my life to have some meaning. And just want someone to tell me they need me. You. No way will you ever understand.
It's done. It's completed.
I'm not sure how they were able to drink when I dropped all the whiskey a while back, but yeah, then we have the scene where Koudelka and James kind of open up to each other. I guess beer or alcohol is the true lens of truth, or whatever you want to call it, where people like open themselves up for that. Man, it's surprising to see Koudelka act like that. Like I said, alcohol, man. Like, because throughout the whole game, she starts out pretty tough. She even threatens to kill Edward, and then at some point, she's like opening herself up to Edward, and he to her. You know, I don't know if this game does a perfect sense of it, but I think it makes sense that over the course of the game they do end up somewhat liking each other at some point. Because I mean, at some point when you fight with each other or fight together against an obstacle or whatever, you kind of almost, you know, kind of like brothers in arms and war and stuff like that, where soldiers end up becoming friends because they've seen hell and high water. But James has finished his work. You've got nitroglycerin. Are we not going to talk about the sappy moment you two had? No? Okay. But yeah. I actually like that scene. Just like I said, it may be a bit ham-fisted and just trying to shove all the story from the characters down our throats. But was there really ever a good time in this game to have that happen? Usually that only happens during downtime scenes. There's never, like, if it's ever in a game where there's not an obvious downtime scene, it almost seems like it's forced. You know, at least this was better than some other places, you know. But anyway, now that we got the nitroglycerin, we can bust open the door. And I like the music that plays, the violin that plays during that scene as well. So, at least too bad. I guess I haven't shown the disc 3, or I guess no. Technically, this is still disc 3, even though it's disc 4. Disc 3 and disc 4 monsters kind of merged together because disc 4 has its own set of creatures, but that's, well, sort of, because disc 4 we had the finale, so, but I haven't shown the zombie or raven. Yeah, for some reason, Koudelka is faster than James again, so great. Oh well. Let me do some buffing there. Yeah, I just wanted to show off the disc 3 version of the... oh, I forgot to freaking use the pistol rounds on the gun. Although technically I don't need to use this anymore. I hit level 3 now with the pistol. Unfortunately, I didn't get to level 3 on a lot of weapons, so I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if I want to off-screen like really mess with that, with grinding out the rest of the weapons, you know. I mean, there's really not much to it, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think it's like scenes like that that kind of make this game kind of like a, I don't know if I'd say a hidden gem, but it's definitely something. Well, I guess hidden gem because it doesn't mean it's a great gem. It just means it's something that, you know, that most people don't know about or only heard about. Yeah, doing a decent amount of damage with that weapon. Wait till I equip like the crossbow or the new crossbow we got, or the life drinker. Yeah, we will be tackling the let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll just... I think I have enough stats to hit the gargoyle with my actual weapons, or at this point, or with my piety and mind stat. I think it's high enough to actually hit him. So now at this point, I can just pump up my intelligence. Yeah, it's weird how like my intelligence for James is 62, yet Koudelka at 57 is going faster than I am. I don't get that. That shouldn't be the case. You know what I mean? But anyway. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to pump up your vitality a little bit. I'll probably need it for, if it plays right, I'll need it for the, what's up ahead. Alright, we got to basically make our way back to the door. I mean, I guess I could have skipped right to it, but, yeah. Yeah, just talk about the scene and everything like that. Yeah, I don't think you would ever see a scene like that in most modern games, you know, where the characters get drunk. You don't see that too often anymore. I think it was more common story trope back in the day, but not anymore. You know. You know, you don't want to get blind, stinking drunk, you know. Well, that was cool, but was that necessary? Couldn't you have just thrown it on there? Is that how nitroglycerin explodes? I didn't think it...
It's amazing.
Well, it's amazing indeed, isn't it, James? I think that was James who said that anyway. So, anyway, yeah, we're in the church itself. The enemies in here are, I think, puppets and shams. There might be some other types of weapons in here as well, but, yeah, let's keep going around. But yeah, we see the tree of, I'll just see if there's any... Ooh, hello. But yeah, we see the tree of life that was Elaine's body. There are marks under the casket. It must have been dragged. No, can't. I was about to say, can I walk around a bit? Yeah, it is amazing. Yeah, you definitely... Voice acting is definitely not the game's strongest suit. But yeah, it's endearing for PlayStation 1 era. Oh, the Tree of Life has stopped. Looking beyond the stained glass, you see a sheer cliff rising from the ocean. Alright, well, let's... Okay, we, Oh, I think this is the giant enemy. I think... Let me look up, just look at the description to make sure that's it. Yeah, okay. Finally, I get to show you the giant creature. Yeah, they have high HP. I think they have like around 8,000, give or take. They move pretty slow. They're vulnerable to Earth. They can resist, or Megalith, and they can resist Geyser or Tornado. I think you can meet them in Disc 3. I forgot where, but they have around 4,000 then, but I never ran it at this point. They can possibly drop an idle item, and the bead that's with them could possibly drop a rod weapon of some sort. Okay, anyway. Let's use, like the game suggests, let's use Megalith on it. I think James should have enough strength to just, Edward should have enough strength to, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Dang it. I clicked the button too quickly. Edward should be able to kill the bead pretty quickly. Oh, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, we're definitely going to be using those pistol rounds. Although at some point I will get rid of the pistol. And he only moves one, but they got a lot. They can hit pretty hard too. Weak to Earth, huh? Yep. Indeedly do. Well, I do almost have like 100 intelligence, so. But yeah, I finally got to show off the giant. Yeah, nice. But, well. Alright. Okay, so you can't go above, I wasn't sure if you could actually go above 100 in terms of the actual level. I don't know, my piety's pretty high. I probably won't even run out of MP despite the cost of everything, but... but it does help with resistance, though, to magic. So let's get this to the big 100, and then we'll leave it there. Yeah, you... I think I want to get your vitality up to, not max, but pretty high. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Yeah, they didn't drop anything. Oh, well. Didn't expect them to, but... Oh, it's... Okay, I have to go back over here. There's like a little... I think there's like a step or something I'm missing. Or, yeah, there we go. Yeah, unfortunately with this recording setup, I have to like get like right up next to my TV to actually see because of how dark this thing is. I keep forgetting to raise the brightness up. Okay. Oh, there's a organ up here. I'm always a fan of the organ. Some of the best, you know, gothic music comes from that. Actually, one of my favorite songs in the Suikoden series is pipe organ. You see a pipe organ with runes carved into the keys. It looks like there are only 4 keys that can be pressed. The runes of these keys read People, Secret, Pain, and Light. Oh, yes, okay. So to solve this one, back... Oh, I forgot where it was. Back a while back, we had that old letter that talked about... that had random capitalized letters in it. I forgot. It was a little while back, but that's how you're supposed to figure this out. So to do this, we need to... I'm trying to remember. Secret, Pain, People, and Light. All right. The pipe organ sounds reverberating light. Well, that was interesting. By the way, yeah, we need to go back down. So now we need to talk. Now that doing that pipe organ, it summoned everything because that's how that works. So, all right, I think we need to go. Now that we've done that, the casket should have. Yes, excellent.
Hey, what are you doing? What's that? No, don't!
I'm not asking for your help. This is my problem. None of you need to die with me here.
Well, looks like we got one more thing to do before we get on. I guess this must be it. But at this point, we are at the point of no return. So, well, as soon as we do the next set of objectives, we cannot go back. So this is a good time to make it, well, one, make a temporary save, but two, maybe go back and make another save. But with that, we need to, we're not quite, I'm going to check it out, but not this episode. So, with that, what that means is that if there's anything else you need to do in all the other areas of the place, get items, whatever, you need to do it now, you know, before you go back in here, because at this point, we can't go back to old areas. You know, make sure to get the pendant, although apparently there is a possibility to get the pendant even if you didn't get it at the point of no return. I might talk about that if we ever run across it. But at this point, we now need to prepare to fight the gargoyle, because if we can't do it later. So at this point, I think I might have the levels. I'll have to check. Oh, finally showed the Mars of Disc 3 here. Yeah, this would be a good place. Like I mentioned before, this is a good place to try and get scrolls. I might try to at least win one just to show you what it actually is. But we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, we'll find them and show you. I don't know if I actually want to scroll on screen. Oh, I should have. You know what I should have been doing is I should have been trying to cast. Well, let me finish this guy off, and then we'll cast luck on me. See if we can try to win that item. Because I mean, that's pretty much the end of this episode. I'm not going to be doing the rest of the plot. Next episode we'll do the well. I'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, so I need to do my preparations for that. Oh yeah, you try to. I forgot you try to hide in like the corner or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bump up our luck and see if we can win a scroll. Yeah, although I haven't run into the Marses very often throughout this game, even off screen, so I can't really talk about trying to win them. I only tried to win them like back when we were in the library or whatever, but I didn't really try that hard because I didn't want to gain too many levels, you know. Might buff with have James or Edward attack, and I'll buff with the rest of the characters and see if we can get that scroll to drop. It probably won't. Like I said, it's a pretty hard to get drop, and I haven't really been boosting my luck in quite a while. I've left it at its current 60, which is pretty good. But I mean, I could technically probably equip Edward with the pendant to try and help with that, because I think the pendant like adds like 20 to luck or something like that. And other than the secret items, there's really not much else I can do to increase my stats. I pretty much found almost everything I can in the game. There's a few items I didn't get to drop or whatever, but it wouldn't affect my stats too ridiculously at this point. Now let's blast the secret. I wasn't trying to... What are my stats at? 87. If I could get to over 100, that might help with the possible drops. Like I said, I don't really know the algorithm for like luck and like what, because there's no 100% guarantee you'll drop the item percentage. You know, you could probably max out luck, although I think that'd be impossible even with all their MP and everything like that. But there's no like Yeah, I couldn't hit like a 9999 and probably guarantee a drop, you know. It probably improved the chances quite a bit, but never 100%. Yeah, I bet all that work and it probably won't even drop anyway, so. Yeah, I didn't think it would, so. Alright, I think we'll call it there. So I'm going to do any prep work that I need. I don't think I'll have to be able to do a whole lot. I think my stats are reasonable enough. I might be able to handle it, especially with the weapons I have. But in the next episode of Koudelka, we'll go to the church once again and tackle the gargoyle that left us running in shame, at least Koudelka by ourselves. Will it be enough with the power of friendship? And what lies beyond the tree of life with the help of Daniel's arm? Find out next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.